Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
Have you ever underquoted a job and realized it, and you got that feeling inside you that's like, oh, it's so discouraging? I want to talk about this right now, so important in 2026, because that feeling that you get when you underquote a job, what happens in your nervous system, here's how it tricks you, it lies to you. This is what happens for me. Well, not anymore, but I'm sharing this with you. It makes you feel like that's all that exists in that moment. Like that's everything. Oh, this is the way things are going. It makes you feel like you're stuck in a permanent rut. And what I'm asking you, I'm imploring you right now, I'm cajoling you to do is divorce yourself from that chaos and objectify it. Hold it in your hand and just see it as data. I want you to just see it as feedback. I made a lot of money. And I've done some dumb business decisions, underquoting stuff that have made me basically work for free. And I felt both sides. And I went from making a lot of money to making no money to up and down, up and down. If you read the book, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy, it's phenomenal. Up and down, up and down. He talks about smoothing that out and bring it up like this. My friend Joshua Latimer has this system called FRAP, F-R-A-P. You got to look it up. I'll put a link below. He's helping a lot of entrepreneurs make a lot of money right now. And so this is what it does. It helps you, like I said, objectify, divorce yourself from chaos, hold it out in your hand, and get it out of your nervous system and see it as data. When you can see it as data, now you're switching the context from being just technician worker to being a scientist. When you're a scientist and you look at the data, then you can change the haptic feedback that you're getting through analysis. This is strategy. Listen to me right now. This is so powerful. So I went to a Tony Robbins event. It was $5,000 a ticket recently. And he helps you, it's amazing, but he helps you reorient your value hierarchy protocol, right? So mine was like freedom is first, and then family and all this, and I changed it to God is first, then family, then freedom, right? In proper order. But he said, imagine you have a straw and you're looking down through a long straw at a map, right? The territory. You tracking? And all you can see is what you can see through that little hole of the straw. So you can't really see much. And I want you to say, I want you to drop a marble down through that straw and it goes, and it lands and hits your target, okay? What people do is when they make a plan of action, they look at where they want to land on the map in real life, what manifests from your consciousness, because Paul in the Bible said that which is seen does not come from that which appears. When you drop the marble, when people don't, when it doesn't land, because you're hitting a target point, what's showing up in your life. When you don't get what you want right away, people freak out and they start moving the straw, all right? And what happens is you're dropping marbles and you're just hitting all this random stuff. You have to come up with a strategy, and even if it feels uncomfortable, you got to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over until you start to hit your mark, and then you make micro adjustments until you land where you want to land. These are systems, right? If you read Atomic Habits by James Clear, amazing book, you'll listen on audible.com, put a link below. He said that you start out light and right. You start out light, and just like if you want to go to the gym, go get a gym membership. And make sure you just drive by the gym every day, start packing your gym bag and say, you know what, if I'm driving by the gym every day, I got to go in for just 5 minutes. And your conscious mind might be like, 5 minutes in the gym, that's nothing. Yeah, but just start out so you build a habit until it hits automaticity. If you force yourself to go to the gym just for 5 minutes, somewhere around day 7 or day 10, you're like, well, I might as well stay for 30 minutes. And then the habit takes over, and it takes its habit gravity. It pulls you into the future. So you got two things, fear and incentive motivation, what you're running to and what you're running from. What you're running from will push you harder than what's pulling you into the future, your dreams. But the fear part of your amygdala that makes you run from fear and be stuck, like when you're underquoting jobs because you need the money, neediness kills attraction. It kills your magnetism. That what you're running from, that I'll show you, and that can make you run for 20 years, but it doesn't work at the next level because it's requiring the survival part of your brain. You have a triune brain, and the part of your brainstem that's for fight or flight mode that keeps you in survival, that's not going to work to get you in the next level. The next level is math. Math is the path. It's strategy. So here's what I want you to do.
Let me tell you something most service business owners never realize. You're spending money on Google Ads, Facebook, maybe SEO, maybe yard signs or flyers, but you have no idea which marketing is actually making your phone ring. That's where CallRail comes in. CallRail is call tracking software that shows you exactly which marketing source generated each phone call. So instead of guessing where your leads came from, you actually know. And when you know what's working, you can double down on it and grow your business faster. If you want to try it, go to keithkalfas.com/callrail. That's keithkalfas.com/CALLRAIL.
Do a split test. Find out what your new numbers are for this year. How much you have to charge? What's your man-hour rate? What is your service area? We have something called a property opportunity checklist, and we do upsells, add-ons, and packages. This is at keithkalfas.com/level-up. You can just get the workbook. And when you make these decisions that advance, even though it feels uncomfortable, phone's ringing. Let me flip it over. My phone was ringing. It's annoying. I'm talking to you right now. When you make these decisions in advance, then you do them even if they feel uncomfortable. And if you're really afraid to just jack up your prices like that, do a split test. Say that's it. All new customers get a 10% increase. I mean, all existing customers, but all new customers, you got to figure out what that new number is. It might be a 20 or 30 or 40 or 50% increase, depending on your pricing of what you're doing right now, to all new customers, right? And so I have, when I'm doing a quote for a customer, I'll be like, okay, this is what we normally charge. This is what I want to charge. And this is what I would dream to charge. Like if I could get anything I wanted for this job, that's totally legal, morally, ethically fair to the customer and to you. It's a win-win-win. But this is what I dream of getting. Start swinging for the fences and being like, you know, if you normally charge $500 for something, be like, well, what does it really cost for me to run a fully legitimate business and make the money I want to make? It's going to be literally double $1,000. So put down $1,000 and tell the customer, send it to the customer and see what happens. Start taking some chances, because the current version of you that got you here won't get you there. So when you send the customer $1,000, the first customer might say no. The second customer might say no. The third customer might say no, that oldie song. But the next customer will say, oh, sure. When can you get started, right? So something you normally would have charged $2,000 for, you're now charging $3,500 for, and that $1,500 profit is going right to your bottom line, all because you created that offer. You created the offer. So when the customer says yes and it works, and you're like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm making way more money in the same neighborhoods with the same customers, with the same equipment. It's the same me. It's a new you. New year, new you. You've graduated. So when that happens, what happens? Your nervous system levels up. It's an upward spiral. It's a spiral dynamics. It goes up. And now your belief in your own ability to figure things out goes up. Your courage grows. Your confidence goes. But you got to put one foot in front of the other first. So when you start doing that and you start getting the results and you see your bank account going up, it's like, whoa, this is real. A lot of people who watch my videos struggle with self-confidence, or they're just trying to get their business off the ground, or they're in 1 to 3 years. And it's like, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. I know what it's like. I slept in my car before a few times. I was flat broke when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And bro, I had nothing, and I didn't know we didn't have YouTube like we do today. So there's never been a time easier ever than right now to generate a lot of success. And all this bad news you see with the economy and all this stuff going on, you don't have any control over that, right? But that's also an opportunity for you to go out and grow your business. Because if other people are, if you're nervous about the economy, or is the landscape business saturated? Is this gonna work? Other people are probably thinking the same damn thing. If they're thinking that too, that means there's no traffic along the extra mile. You're gonna crush it. I'm excited for you. Let me know in the comments how long you've been in business, what's your dream, what city you're from, and I'll see you on the flip-flop. Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.